Hey guys, Fade here, and oh wow, this starts in like 60 seconds. Jeez.
Alright, we're going straight into this, alright. Whoa, what the? A rocket! What the heck? What?
What's up?
Ooh, it's an astronaut. Is there such thing as a Timmy Island?
And his guardian, the guardian, and I've come to save you all.
It's Foxy.
Oh, you must mean like the corruption event. Oh, sorry. Hate to bring it to you, but me and Timmy kind of fixed the corruption and saved the island. Sorry, I would have let you know in advance, but yeah.
Fade, you didn't corrupt the island. Rather, a villain named Condor did. He's been on our wanted list for quite a while.
What? Really? But I hit the crystal and. Anyway, where even is this Condor guy?
Oh.
Let's see what you got.
What's going on, dude? I don't... What the...
I won't back down until the job is done. So tell your lies and play your games. But soon, we'll be playing my favorite game, hide and seek. And I'll be the seeker.
Yeah.
What do you say? You down to take down some villains?
Bet.
That's all I wanted to hear.
Yeah, that was awesome. Oh, get funky. Oh, what the heck?
Well, looks like the Guardian ended up here. Seems there's only one place to go then.
That voice, bro. Alright, nice.
Video starting here to tell you all about the new season of Fade Royale. Welcome to Fade Royale Season 3. The corruption has now ended, and the islanders are now celebrating. But that doesn't mean that there aren't still threats to be aware of. But don't worry, with the new season comes new locations to the map, so feel free to check them out.
Centuries. I like me centuries. Okay, that made no sense. What I meant to say was I really like the centuries.
As with the seasons comes new loot pool, so once again feel free to check them out.
The Porta-Forts?
And if you get tired of plain old Battle Royale, you can now check out the new game modes, a flooded version of the Stored Lava, and Fog mode. Sneak up on your opponents, just make sure you're not caught.
I can't believe it's actually Foxy who's like...
The storyline episodes will continue for Season 3. Keep an eye open for them, because big stuff will happen between me and Condor.
That surprises me. Fox is voicing him. So he's his own character.
Overall, with new mechanics, storyline secrets, and new ways to play the game, welcome to Fade Royale Season 3 Advanced.
You hear Fade's voice for a moment. Oh! It's the prop gun! I love the prop gun. Alright. Let's vibe to this for a moment. Alright, that seems to be the end of this premiere. I'm really impressed with that one. I'm impressed with that gameplay trailer. First off, I just want to say that I cannot talk about this character because of the fact that he came out of nowhere. Literally, my man's popped out of the sky and started saying that he's here to save everyone. Like, where did you come from? But once we learn a little bit more about him and we have a description of who he is and what he's meant for, then I could probably talk a little bit more about him. But for now, he's the good guy, I guess. That's the only thing I can say about him, is he's helping. Then we have the main character being, just Fade. His age is 21. It says good/evil, and he's good. His friends are apparently only Timmy. His enemies are Gunner and probably Condor now, since in the last most recent premiere he just learned who Condor actually was. And it says he has no siblings. His description is chill, confident, clever. And his appearances are obviously Season 1, Season 2, and Season 3 now. Then we have the character Timmy, and him being good or evil. Obviously he's good. His age is unknown so far. His friends are Fade, and it says other fishies, but what other fishies? This could mean anything. Like, there could be other characters introduced into the storyline eventually that are, related to Fish Stick / Timmy. Siblings are unknown, which could mean that he has siblings. Like, we're not entirely sure if he has siblings or not. Enemies are apparently only Gunner as of right now. Description: unsmart, cheery, funny, confident, and goofy. His appearances are in Season 1 and Season 2 and Season 3 now. I'm assuming Fade will update this eventually, but that's all I wanted to talk about on the topic of Timmy. Then we have Core, which is a very mysterious character, and I say that because she only pops up in Season 1, so where has she gone? She could have just no appearance in Season 2, and she will eventually appear again. I meant to say she will, not whatever I said. But I'm sure that she will appear in Season 3 eventually. And if not, that could mean that she could be anywhere. Like, I have no clue where she could be. I'm just saying that she mysteriously disappeared after Season 1 when the crystal corrupted the island. But technically it wasn't the crystal, it was Condor all along. But you get what I mean. Next we have Ralph. And if you've watched any of my Fade Royale related videos, you would know that he's definitely not my favorite character. In fact, I would probably put him below average on a scale. Like, I don't like the character. He sounds too much like the actual Fade. Like, in the scene where Fade was getting chased by Ralph, I couldn't tell who was talking sometimes, and it was just difficult to make it out. I just think he should have had someone else voice the character Ralph, and those are my thoughts on that character. Next, we have the character Burning Wolf, which is definitely my favorite character. simply because the fact that he breaks the fourth wall all the time, he's the funniest character, and should have a more important role than what he has now. Like, there could be a huge secret behind his character, and I'm sure there is, and I hope there is, so that way we can see him more often. And I want him to, like, talk to Fade, and I want Fade to, like, talk to him. I want to see that happen one day. Like, him talk to individual characters, like, have a whole conversation talking to them. I just feel like it'd be funny, because he also makes fun of Condor sometimes, like he did a while ago. My only problem with this character is that Fade also voices him, and it's like, if I wasn't looking at the screen and I heard him talking, I would probably think it's Fade, obviously, because it sounds exactly like the character Fade, because Fade voices both of these characters. And I hope Fade doesn't voice another character with his actual voice again, so then there's another character that sounds like Fade as well. That would be really annoying. But those are my thoughts on this character. The next character I would like to talk about is Condor. He is the antagonist of the story, the only reason that the story has juice, the only reason the story is good. Like, without Condor, there would be no story besides Fade and Timmy, you know, dancing around doing the fishy all the time. Condor is a great character. His face reveal was a little bit anticlimactic. I wasn't exactly expecting the face reveal to be just yet, but technically, Fat Chicken, the character, is the only character who has seen Fade's actual face, as of what we know, anyway. Besides Fat Chicken, the only people who have actually seen his face ties in with my storyline AOW, because my storyline takes place in the past before Fade Royale. So Fade Royale is technically in the future of AOW, but my AOW map isn't exactly the Fade Royale map either. It's reality swapping. I'll get more into that in a different video about my storyline, and I'll talk about that some other day. But as of right now, Condor in Fade Royale is just a great character, and I don't want him to see him. I don't want to see him ever leave the storyline like he gets defeated and then he's gone forever. I want to see him like get defeated but then come back eventually, or something happens with him. Just something cool. I hope his defeat is not anticlimactic either, and everything leads up to the point, and then everything goes straight downhill from the climax and all that junk. But anyway, I've been talking about Condor a lot for about 2 minutes now. But anyway, let's talk about the next character. And the next character being Jake the Cake, which is a news reporter talking about everything that goes on in the Fade Royale map. As you saw in actually the last premiere for the storyline trailer, he was actually in it talking about the device, you know, going up. Or not going up, I mean, but like getting set off, and then actually gets rid of all the crystals on the map and all that. But there's nothing wrong with this character. The character's origin story is pretty cool. It ties in with Burning Wolf, and Burning Wolf is technically the only reason Jake the Cake exists today. I have nothing but to say that I feel so bad for this character, Fat Chicken, simply because of the fact that he's still stuck in Condor's prison as the ground was coming up. Like, when the ground rose from the actual, like, ground, like, it came up, and this guy is still stuck in that, like, cell, like, while the ground comes up. Like, what would you be thinking if all of a sudden, like, the ground just started floating up? Like, I just feel bad for this character. That's all I have to say about him. Also, I still don't understand why he had the gravity glove, but I'm sure we'll figure that out eventually. Next, this character, Omega Knight. According to Fade, he was actually talking to me one time, and he said that this was a character that was actually added at the last second and wasn't exactly a planned character. He never made an appearance in the finale, which was a little surprising to me, but I guess it makes sense. Not really. I'm not sure. But I wonder if he will end up making any more appearances. I don't think he has anything too much that impacts the storyline, but we'll just have to wait and see. Next, we have the character Julie, which has actually, her character has played a big role on the storyline with helping making the device and stuff like that. And she's actually the only reason we had Quad Crushers in Season 2 of FR. And I wonder what else we'll see in FR because of her. Maybe the Goo Gun might make an appearance, who knows? Next we have the character Gunner, and there's not really much to say about him besides the fact that he's not very bright. Not very good at combat. In fact, he lost to a fish and Fade. Well, he didn't lose to them, but more to Julie's invention, but it still counts. He also lost to the character I play, Peely. He lost to a literal walking banana. So, nothing to say about this character besides the fact that not very good at what he does. Not very good at what he does, like, at all. Now, Peely Bond, I don't want to get into too much detail on because I don't want to leak anything, but I do want to say that his in his description, how did they end up on the island, it's classified because the storyline for Peely Bond actually ties in with mine, and his origin story you're going to actually see on my AOW episodes. But anyway, as you saw in the most recent Fade Royale video, he is actually, he found a map from, I forget their name, but they're like toys. They're like the toy character from the last season, and you can like customize it however you want. But I'm pretty sure they're brothers / twins. Plagiarism from the Hybrid twins. Anyway, that's just a joke. Anyway, nothing else to say about this character. Just he's a good character. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Okay, next character. The Snap Brothers. That's the name I was trying to get out of my mouth. But anyway, the Snap Brothers. Yeah. So these are the characters I was just talking about. They're like the Hybrid twins from my thing, except not as funny and not as good, and will never be as good as the Hybrid twins, because there might be a crossover with Burning Wolf and the Hybrid twins soon. And always, this is just a joke. I'm just kidding. The Snap Brothers, they're cool, whatever. It's a new character that Fade has. They're pretty cool. Nothing really wrong with them, but there's nothing too great about them. I would like to see them more and see how they could be a good character. So I know I already talked about this character, but at the time I did, as you saw like a few minutes ago, this character did not actually have a description. Now he does. It's not a very long description, but now we know that his age is 30 years old. His description is clever, intelligent, tactical, combat motivated. His job is private information, which I didn't know technically doing this was a job. I thought he was like just trying to help out, you know, just trying to give him a hand on defeating Condor. His enemies are only Condor as of right now. He has no siblings, which is kind of a downer for me. I was really hoping to see like a brother or sister or something. How did they end up on the island? Private information. We saw him come through a rift so far, but that's about all we know. He's here to help, is what we're assuming for now. You never know. What if he just like backstabs Fade or something? Like secretly not a hero and actually a villain. But we'll just have to wait and see. The next character is also Condor, but this is the unmasked variant of him. And he's still evil, obviously. His age is 25. His friends unknown. So if his friends are unknown, that could mean he could have other evil friends that are out to also, you know, ruin the island. So his enemies are Fade, Timmy the Guardian, Fat Chicken, Burning Wolf, and the Blank. So we don't know who this is yet, but I'm assuming it's the person who he's been talking about, like he's trying to prevent something much bigger from happening. His description is tactical, smart, threatening, and his job is unknown. As of right now, all we know about his job is that he is trying to corrupt the island. His achievements are corrupting the whole island. How did they end up on the island? That's private information that'll also tie in with AOW a little bit. Next character. This character, Gumbo, has the most goofy y'all description, with his description being goofy, crazy, random, and his job being, bruh, I don't even know. His achievements being, making his own gumball machine. And apparently he's evil because his enemies are the Guardian. And there's not a lot we know about this character besides the fact that he jumped into a rift and followed the Guardian into the Fade Royale island. That's the only reason why he's here. So we'll just have to wait and see if he has anything to do with the Guardian, or like his backstory with the Guardian and why his enemy is the Guardian, or why they're not friends, or just everything about him. But hopefully he pops up in the next episode so we know more about him. Alright, so I'm doing a tier list on the Fade Royale Season 3 characters and every other character that's ever been in Fade Royale, because there are a lot more characters since Season 2 was first introduced. Because I remember doing a tier list on the Season 2, and there weren't as many characters as there are now. But as you can see, we have our ranks. Pineapple Barbecue Pizza, because I love Pineapple Barbecue Pizza. We have an amazing character, great character, decent character, needs improvement, bruh, and Timmy's Toothbrush. And Timmy's Toothbrush is a rock, so obviously that is going to be the worst. Bruh being like right above it, and needs improvement being it's not a very good character, could be better. Alright, hopefully we won't have to use Bruh and Timmy's Toothbrush too much, and Pineapple Barbecue Pizza is not going to be for too many characters. Now for Peely Bond and Condor, I'm going to be a little bit biased about, because I actually do the voicing for those characters. But anyway, let's get right into it. So first of all, we have Gumbo. And I know we've only seen him one time, so obviously I can't be like too bad about it, because he was just introduced. So for now, I'm putting him in decent character, only because we were literally just introduced to him. And I can't like say like bruh or Timmy's Toothbrush, because yeah. And then next we have this character. He has been teased for so long and turned out to be a pretty decent character. He even did, oh, I did not mean to put him there. And he even did the voicing for the gameplay trailer as well. So obviously he's a great character, nothing wrong with him. Okay, so there's a difference between what we have next. The difference with the next character is the old Condor and the newer Condor. The newer Condor has his mask off and is raising the ground into the sky. Obviously, this is an amazing character, of course, going an amazing character, because he's the unmasked version. He's pretty cool. This is around the time when I got the theme song for him, and it was just all great. And for our next character, the Snap Brothers. Anyway, next we have Peely Bond. So I'm gonna try not to. I'm trying to be as non-biased as possible for this character, because I voice them. But this character, there's nothing wrong with him. There's nothing too amazing about him, besides the fact that he's a news reporter that works for Jake the Cake, but is like secretly like a spy, quote unquote. So for now, I'm putting him in great character, because there's nothing wrong with him, nothing too bad about him, and I don't want to be too biased on it. And for Omega Knight, I feel like he could be seen more often. He isn't seen too much, and just needs some improvement. I'm not sure if we will see him again because he was only shown like a little bit and was only added at the last second and wasn't really a planned character, as So Fade says. But for now, we'll keep him in needs improvement because I feel like he could have a little bit of improvement. And next we have the Fat Chicken. I gotta be honest, the Fat Chicken, the character, he's starting to grow on me. I like him. Decent character. Pretty good. Next we have Core. Core, I feel like, should have made an appearance, but never did in Season 2. Only really made an appearance in Season 1. But this also leads to another theory of mine that I will get to theories in a little bit after the tier list, hopefully, or maybe after the thing I'm doing next. I'm going to talk about how Core has just, like, disappeared for no reason, and how she could really be doing something else. But anyway, we'll get into that later. Core, nothing too bad, nothing too good. I feel like could use an improvement because she is not seen too much, and hopefully she's seen a little bit more in Season 3. So we'll just hope and keep her in needs improvement for now. Next we have Old Condor. Old Condor was great. I loved it. So he's also going to go into amazing character. Next we have Burning Wolf. Obviously, that's my favorite character, so I'm really biased on that. Breaks the fourth wall all the time. Hilarious. Might make a crossover with AOW soon. Maybe. Excuse me. Next we have Ralph. I'm not really a fan of this character. Why? I don't know. It's mainly because the fact that he's also voiced by Fade. But I'll keep him in decent character because Fade is putting a lot of effort into trying to make him a good character. Next we have Jake the Cake. I like this character. He's pretty cool. And never thought I'd hear the voice of this character. Like, I never knew Fade would, like, literally find someone else to do a voice for this certain character. So for that, he's going in great characters. I like him. Nothing too bad. Next we have Gunner. All I have to say for him is, bruh, why? And next we have Julie. Great character, nothing wrong, nothing too amazing. She shows up in, like, I'm pretty sure 2 or 3 episodes because she was actually, like, teased before she made an actual appearance. I mean, she kind of made an appearance, but it was just her voice, and she was talked about in Fade's basement whenever him and Timmy were watching the news on their TV, and she was mentioned, and she was actually kind of supported Fade because she didn't believe that he purposely meant to corrupt the island, which he did not, and she was right. So I'd have to put her in great character. Nothing amazing, nothing too bad. Next we have this character. We only see one time. Technically, is the very first character we ever see. I would like to see more of this character. He does have a pretty interesting description. If you actually want to see his description, go down into my description of this YouTube video and go to Fade's Discord, and you can actually read the character's guide, and yeah, that's basically it. Next we have Timmy himself. Now, he shows up in almost every single episode, and obviously you might know him from my song I actually made. It's called Do the Fishy Remix. I was so happy about that remix video. I loved it. Everyone liked it. Anyway, back to the tier list. I'd have to say that he's an amazing character along with Fade. And yeah, that's pretty much my tier list. They're both really, really great characters. Actually, in fact, I'd have to put these guys all the way up in Pineapple Barbecue Pizza because best characters. Now, obviously, the characters down here, yeah, the Snap Brothers, I'm This is completely just a joke. I don't actually mean this. I think they could just use improvement, but as a joke, I'm keeping him in Timmy's toothbrush. And yeah, that's pretty much the tier list for that.
Recording log 1. My name is Fade. I don't know if anyone's out there to hear this, but if you are, please find me. There's coordinates in the description to my location. Listen, I don't know where I'm at. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. I don't remember much. I just remember one time I'm at my home. And the next minute, I'm in this place. Like, I don't remember. I think I went unconscious or something like that. And then I must have woken up and I'm laying down on this grassland. Your business or your business. Listen, guys, I'm done with this. I didn't ask to be on this island. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why I got brought here, but I know one thing for sure is that I'm going home. This might be my only chance, and you better believe I'm gonna take it. See you!
It's time.
What did I do? No.
You're here because you tried to escape. You can't escape. Nobody can.
Begin reality log 0.1.
I'm doing this to prevent the timeline from repeating itself. You wouldn't understand. You're just a simple duck.
Not a duck! A fat chicken! The fat chicken! Alright. But dude, there's gotta be another answer, my guy, because
I said you wouldn't understand. Nobody does. I am preventing an event bigger than anything like this. A threat bigger than me from rising. This is the only way. Who am I kidding? None of you understand. You'll thank me when you find out what I did.
but
Silence!